Scouts of America may be changing their media guide after it referenced a liberal blog as a place to get the facts straight about media. This all started because a sharp Girl Scout, like our next guest, noticed the bias.
Joining us right now from Houston is former Girl Scout and co-editor of Speak Now, Girl Scouts, Sydney Volansky. Good morning to you, Sydney.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. So I understand you and your family and some other families started noticing kind of what you would feel is a liberal agenda in the National Girl Scout organization. And when you saw that in a book, it was suggesting that if you want to know what's really going on in the media, go to Media Matters, which is clearly a lefty blog. You said that's just not going to stand, right?
Yes, my sister and I started a website to help inform families of the more leftward leanings of Girl Scouts because they promise to be neutral politically and about certain social issues, but when you examine the women that they promote and the websites and books that they refer girls to, there is a clear liberal ideology, like with the Media Matters site.
And you were a Girl Scout for 8 years. You were a proud Girl Scout. You say it was a huge part of your life. But then because you started seeing these incidents of lack of neutrality, you started this website called SpeakNowGirlScouts.com. What are you trying to accomplish with that?
With Speak Now Girl Scouts, we're just trying to spread awareness to families because we were so deceived. For 8 years, we were in Girl Scouts, and we didn't realize that Girl Scouts was promoting such a liberal ideology. And so we really just want to help families to understand Girl Scouts' real motives and what they're really promoting.
In particular, at the national level, we've got a soundbite from 2004. The woman who runs the Girl Scout, Kathy Cloninger, and here she talks about a special relationship between the National Girl Scouts and Planned Parenthood.
We have relationships with our church communities, with YWCAs, and with Planned Parenthood organizations across the country to bring information-based sex education programs to girls.
Okay, one of our producers was told that she made a misstatement back then and that there is no relationship between the Girl Scouts and Planned Parenthood. Do you believe that to be true?
I don't believe that true. For one thing, that statement has never been formally retracted. So that kind of makes you wonder why she doesn't just say, oh, I made a mistake, let me retract that, instead of just having everyone else says it, but she never comes out with that. So that's one thing. But also, when you look at the sites they're promoting, they send girls to abortion advocacy websites, which will in turn send them to Planned Parenthood. And several years ago, they actually had a direct link where they were sending girls directly to Planned Parenthood in a badge called On Your Own. And you can find out all the details about these websites and these links on my website, Speak Now Girl Scouts.
And also, back to Media Matters for a second, you say that because you brought this to the attention of the Girl Scouts and to other parents and other families, it looks like the Girl Scouts are going to take Media Matters out of their reprinting of the media guide. Here's their statement. They say Girl Scouts constantly reviews our materials based on feedback and suggestions we receive from our members, and we update our materials on a regular basis. As a result of this process, upcoming reprints of Journeys, that's the media guide, materials will not include links to Media Matters. You must feel satisfied that you've gotten some progress.
While it is good that they've decided to remove this, this is just one of many issues. There are several books in this series that they have for girls, and there are numerous issues of liberal women and books that they're promoting. So this isn't the only issue. And also, we're not sure that this is really resolved because with the help of some friends, we checked Girl Scout Council bookstores in Houston, Jacksonville, St. Louis, and Cincinnati. And this was just last week. And we checked the books that they make this reference to, and it still had the reference in it. So obviously, Girl Scouts is not concerned enough to pull these books off the shelf.
Well, thank you very much, Sydney, for bringing all of this to our attention. We didn't realize about the media bias, and we didn't realize about the Planned Parenthood. Turns out Girl Scouts more than just the cookies. All right. Sydney, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today from Houston.
Thank
and
you for
Happy
having
New-
me.
Happy New Year.
And check out her website. I'll put it out via Twitter. Meanwhile, the latest Iowa polls show